Okay, Wildcats. Today we're going to journal page 50, inverse variation. If y varies inversely as x, then the relationship between the variables is given by the equation y equals a divided by x, where a is a non-zero constant. For positive real-world quantities, x and y, the value of y approaches 0 as the value of x increases without bound, and the value of y increases without bound as the value of x approaches 0. All right, let's take a look at the first example. Enter an equation relating the variables and use it to answer the question. Given that y varies inversely as x and y equals 8 when x equals 9, what is the value of y when x equals 36? Step 1, write the equation relating x and y to find the constant of variation. So we know that x is 9, y is 8. So we're going to substitute those in. So that's 8 equals a divided by 9. Now, step 2 says solve for a, but let's go ahead and do it right here. So let's cross multiply. So 1 times a is a. 8 times 9 is, I believe, 72, but let's just double check to make sure. Yep, 72. Okay, so we now know a is 72. So now we come over here, and our equation we know is y equals 72 divided by x. Well, we're given x is 36. We plugged it in, so y equals 72 divided by 36, which equals 2. All right, go ahead and finish up example 1. All right, let's take a look at example 2. Enter an equation relating to variables and use it to answer the question. The time t in hours that it takes a pump to empty a tank of water varies inversely with the pumping rate r gallons per hour. If it takes 7 hours to empty a tank of water when the pumping rate is 60 gallons per hour, how long does it take to empty the tank when the pumping rate is 140 gallons per hour? Step 1, write the equation relating r and t. So t equals a divided by r. You're going to substitute t equals 7 and r equals 60 into the t equals a divided by r, which is done here. Now we're going to solve for a. So again, we just cross multiply. 1 times a is a. 7 times 60 is, I believe, 420, but let's again double check the calculator. 7 times 60 is 420. Now find the value of t when r equals 40. So we plug this back into the original equation. So t equals 420 divided by r. Now we know that r is 140. So we plug that in. So t equals 420 divided by 140. So now we just use our calculator. 420 divided by 140 is 3. So it takes 3 hours to empty the tank when the pumping rate is 140 gallons per hour. All right, go and finish up example 2. Let's take a look at the next example. Example 3. Enter an equation relating the variable and use it to answer the question. The frequency F in hertz of a vibrating guitar string varies inversely as its length L in centimeters. If a guitar string 90 centimeters long vibrates with a frequency of 180 hertz, at what frequency would the guitar string vibrate when the guitarist reduces the string's length to 36 centimeters? Step 1, write the equation relating L and F. So F equals A divided by L. Step 2, substitute F equals 180 and L equals 90 into F equals A divided by L, which we have here. Step 3, solve. So again, we just cross multiply. 1 times A is A. 180 times 90 is 1620. I'm sorry, 16,200. Find the value of F when L equals 36 and A equals 16,200. So we plug the numbers into the equation. So F equals, we now have A, which is 16,200, divided by, we know L is 36, So we plug that in. So 16,200 divided by 36 is 450. So the string vibrates with a frequency of 450 hertz when the string length is 36 centimeters. Okay, go ahead and finish up example 3. Start working on your assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.